everybody. So we cut out about 5 minutes into our practice. So I'm just going to wait for some of you to join me. I'm really sorry about that. If you just want to check in, I'm so sorry. Technology, we have been so good for 4 days. And then I go and fiddle around with things and this happens. So I've put the video quality back down. Fingers crossed this is going to be fine. I've got a little notification saying there's excellent connection, so I don't understand why we cut out. Okay, so we're gonna continue where we left off. I just want to say before we do that, if you are doing this practice after and the first bit has been cut off, please start by grounding into a child's pose and then come up to all fours. That's pretty much what we did. So those of you that are here with me live, brilliant. Okay, we're going to come back onto all fours, and if you notice me looking down quite a lot, I'm just going to be keeping an eye on the live stream, making sure that we're all good. So coming back to that all fours position, and I just would like us to shift side to side, forwards and backwards through the wrists. So just having that little warm up through the wrists, maybe taking the backs of the hands down. Shifting here, checking in with the body. And you can really just start to pad those hands around, fingers facing inwards, maybe fingers facing the knees as well. Again, moving here. And then just coming to ground in that all fours position. Let's take an inhale, lift the chest, shine the heart forwards. Exhale as you round through the spine. Inhale, we lift. And then exhale, we round. One more like that. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round and lengthen. Coming all the way back to neutral. You're going to take that right leg out behind you. To the count of 5, you're going to move that right leg around to the right side. If you want to do this with a bent leg, that's going to be a great modification for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we pulse here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We journey it back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and place that right knee down. Oh, say hello to the right side glutes. Take a moment, just shuffle through the body, and then that left leg goes out behind you. Again, remember you can bend the knee to modify. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We take that leg back to the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Place the hands near the top of the mat. Tuck under toes. Fly the bottom back. Downward facing dog. Now let's take a moment. Breathe into this downward facing dog. Taking what you need. Pedaling out through the feet maybe. A shake, a nod of the head. There might be more for you. A wiggle of the shoulders. A lift of each leg. Always just checking in with what it is that you need in the practice. And we're going to inhale the body forwards, find high plank, sucking the shoulders over the wrists here. Keep breathing. I'm going to count you for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Same here with the upper body, the knees, just the knees, lower down towards the mat and they hover. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Start to lengthen again. And then slowly lowering down, chaturanga. Inhaling upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a moment here just to breathe. Breathing in your downward facing dog. I'm checking because our internet is going all a little bit wild for us. Okay. If you can all just bear with me for a moment. If you want to stay in a child's pose. I'm honestly not too sure why this is cutting out. Have you all lost me? Can you just let me know? Just one person, if you just want to let me know, that would be great. Hi, okay, so I'm getting messages. Okay. So we're gonna just continue. I'm getting some notifications saying that the bit rate isn't, not that everybody needs to know what a bit rate is, isn't high enough. But we're gonna continue, okay? So people have lost me on that are on phones. I'm so sorry, my friends. I'm so sorry. Okay. We're going to continue because if I drop out, your challenge is to stay on your mat and give yourself a power flow. We are going to continue. Get back into that downward facing dog. Take an inhale, wave it forwards again. Find high plank. We hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now this time you draw right knee to the nose. And then we shift over for left side Vashisthasana. Can you bring the right knee with you up towards the sky? If not, you're going to modify by placing that right foot down in front of you, okay? And the right arm can go up. Breathing here, nice big inhale. And exhale, release it back down to that plank position. Drawing the left knee into the nose this time. And then we shift over right side. Right knee going up to the sky, toes touching the knee if you can, if not, modify. Left arm up to the sky. And then slowly lowering it all the way down. Flow through your vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhaling upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now a little challenge here, turbo dog. It's that midway point between dog and dolphin. So we've got about halfway bend, down towards the mat. Triceps getting a good little workout here. Remember staying connected to what it is that you need in this moment. Maybe you want to challenge yourself. Maybe your body is just asking for a child's pose. Another breath. And exhale, start to lengthen those arms. On an inhale, step or float the feet to the top of the mat. Lift the chest, create space. Exhale, fold down over both legs. Inhale, sweep those arms high up to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center, release. Taking a moment here, close down the eyes. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, create space. Exhale, place the hands, step or float back, lowering down, chaturanga halfway. We hold here for 5, 4, you can be down on the knees, 2, 1. Push it back up to your high plank. Oh yes, we're doing this. Take an inhale. And then exhale, flow through. Remember, you can modify all of that by coming down to the knees. Take an inhale, sweep that right leg up, step it through between the hands, high lunge, hands to the hips. Now start to bend through that back knee as well, hovering, back knee off the mat. And from here, we're gonna take 10 pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe it in. Straighten that back leg now. High lunge. And then exhale, frame the foot. Step it back to the high plank. Now we halfway lower chaturanga for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push it back. You are amazing. Lowering it down, flow through. Meet back in that downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep left leg up to the sky, and then step that left foot through between the hands. Arms reach up. Actually, no, they don't. They come to the hips. These technical errors have got me all out of sync. We hover that back knee down off the mat. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Breathing here. And then straightening that back leg, reach the arms up. And then exhale, frame the foot, step it all the way back, high plank. We lower halfway. Remember, you can modify through the knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push it back. And then we vinyasa. Making our way back to that downward facing dog. Child's pose, always an option here. If you would like to, you're going to drop it down for 5 dog dolphin push-ups. So they can look like this, one elbow at a time. Pushing you up, bringing you down, okay? If you would like to, you can try both elbows. And even if you don't hit the floor, it's a really good little drill to just go as far as you can and then push back. So you've got 5 of these. Going to your last one. Nice. Take a releasing breath. Inhale. Let it go. On your next inhale, step or float the feet to the top of the mat. Lift the chest, create space. Exhale, we fold down over both legs. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. Okay, we ground down into the left foot. Bring the hands to the hips, right knee comes into the chest. You're gonna open right knee out to the side and then bring it back to the chest. You're gonna open it out to the side, back to the front. One more time, inhale out, exhale to the front. Now point those toes of the right foot, straighten the right leg out in front of you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex the right foot, start to flow the right foot through behind you, warrior 3. Now what you might want is to have 2 blocks or even just 1 block here. We are going to, balance is key. From your warrior 3, you're going to be opening right arm and right hip. So we're literally going to go from warrior 3 to a hovered half moon. Bring it back down, okay? So you're going to inhale, that right arm lifts, right hip lifts, exhale down. And like I said, you can have your left hand to a block the whole time. Another 2 times here. So you want to be doing 5 all together. Open hip, close. Last one. And bring it back down to the warrior 3. Big step back with that right foot. Find your high lunge, left leg is forwards. We're going to start to hover that right knee off the mat again. We pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Breathe here. Reach those fingertips up to the sky. And then open it out. Prasarita Padottanasana. You get to take a breath. Fold it forwards. Just melt into a forward fold. You can have softness through the knees. You can have a little bit of movement here. And then you're going to pivot towards the back of the mat, frame the right foot. Step it all the way back to that plank position. Now from here, right knee to the nose. We've already done this, so repetition. We open it out, Vashisthasana onto the left arm. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Option if you have it in your practice to take the bind, two peace fingers around the right big toes, open up. Of course, option to modify. Bring it all the way back down, neutralize into your plank position. Take the knees down to rest, if you need to. And then we take it over to, no we don't, we take left knee into the nose. Breathing here. And then opening that left side, knee up to the sky, grounding through the right arm. Options, take two peace fingers around the left big toe and open all the way up. Gazing high. And then unraveling, coming back to plank. Wave it straight back, downward facing dog. Now step both feet in to about the middle of the mat. Ground down through the hands, 5 bunny hops or hops all the way up to handstand, depending on where you're feeling for today. So bunny hops, heels of the feet to the bottom. Doesn't matter how high you get, just clicking towards the bottom, placing it back down. If you've got a handstand practice, you want to tuck those knees up all the way to the sky. Try not to fall over like me. 5 times. When you've done your 5, we're all going to come to just meet at a forward fold at the back of the mat still. Okay, peeling the body all the way up to standing. Well done. Grounding down. Take that breath. We ground this time into the right foot, and it's the left knee that comes into the chest, hands to hips. Inhale, right leg out to the side. Exhale to the front. Inhale out. Exhale front. Last time, inhale out. Exhale front. Point the left toes. Lengthen that left leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex left foot. Start to flow it all the way through. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Finding your warrior 3. Now dangle those arms down. Maybe you locate your block to have it there for your help because you know what's coming. This time it's the left arm and the left hip that open on the inhale. So we open and close. Be playful with all of that wobbling. 5 of these. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So wobbly on this side. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Ooh. Bring it back to that warrior 3. Big step back, high lunge, right leg is in front this time. And then we hover that back knee down. We take our pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We hold. Breathe here. That inner strength is what we need to find. That knowing of our own power. And then start to straighten that back leg. Open it all the way out. Prasarita Padottanasana, melt down over both legs. Allow the head to hang heavy. A little sway side to side. Okay, We come all the way around to the front of the mat this time, framing that left foot, step it back into your plank position. Last little push through these Vashistasanas, right knee to nose. Open that right knee up, find your variation of Vashistasana, whether or not that's modified. I do not mind. Maybe you want to try adding on from whatever you did last time. Now the option is to then step, or not quite step, but that right foot goes behind you as if you were going to Wild Thing, but we hover the right foot off Wild Thing, working those hamstrings. And then pivot it all the way back around to that plank position. Left knee to the nose. Take it over onto the right arm. Find that variation of Vashistasana that's going to work for you now. And then the option is to take that left foot behind you, but keep it hovered. So it's a Wild Thing, but the left foot is not on the floor. Unravel yourself. Flow through Chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog, beautiful. Take an inhale here and then step, jump or walk your feet through to seated. We need to come down onto the mat. Legs are in front of you. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And we'll undulate with the breath here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Breathing in, breathing out. In and out. And just hold for 2 more big breaths. And then coming to lift all the way up to seated. You're going to take the soles of the feet down to the mat, scoot the bottom forward a little bit, and then reach those arms out long in front of you. Really slowly, you're going to start to peel the body down towards the mat. You're going to try to match my pace. Don't just flop down there too quickly. Slowly does it. How slow can you go? And when you get here to about this kind of, you're probably about 5-6 inches off the mat, lift an inch, lower for 1, lower 2, lift 1, lower 1, lower 2, lower 3, 4, 5, 6, down to the mat. Shift those knees side to side. Okay, draw the knees into the chest just for a moment. And then we're going to take both legs up towards the sky. You're going to reach the arms out behind you. If you've got a block and you want to use a block here in the hands, just adds a little bit of an extra challenge, just a little bit of extra weight. We're going to take an inhale here. Exhale, touch the toes. That was 1. For 2. For 3. 4. 5. 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Okay, one of my favorites. Kali Mudra with the hands. So index finger together, thumbs across. Really feel the power and the direction of this energy. You're going to hover left leg off the mat. It can be bent, okay? Both legs can be a little bit bent. That is fine. And you're going to lift up to the center. Take it back. And then go around to the outside of the right leg, take it back. Switch legs to the center, back to the left, and back. Switch legs to the center, back to the right, and back. Yes, this one burns. Switch legs last time. Center, back, left, back, and bring those knees in. Okay. You're going to take the ankle of the right foot, so not the ankle of the right foot, that makes no sense because they're separate things. The right ankle, you're going to place it on top of the left knee. But this left leg you're going to have actively working. So I want you to think about pushing open this right hip, but without using any hands. And we're holding here, close your eyes. So this in itself, actively working through the body. Try not to be really tight in those core abdominals. Almost bring your hands onto your tummy if you can, and just make sure there's a little bit of softness to a point here. We don't want to be holding the breath. And then switching sides, left ankle onto the right knee, and thinking about opening from the left hip. The hands are not in use. Releasing. You're going to roll yourself over onto your belly. Find Sphinx. So grounding through the forearms. Keeping those forearms underneath the shoulders. Push away with the hands, lift the chest. You can separate the feet slightly. Just opening through the front line of the torso. Then you're going to bend in that right leg, heel towards the bottom. You might want to move the left hand into the center line as you reach around with the right hand and then draw the leg towards you, lifting the chest. Keeping the chest lifted, facing forwards. And then release, come back to neutral. And switching sides, left leg comes in, we reach it around, drawing that leg in. And then release. Just bringing the chest down, take the forehead onto the backs of the hands, shift the hips side to side. And then we're going to push ourselves all the way back to a narrow leg child's pose. So knees are together, head comes down towards the earth, arms come alongside the body. Maybe finding a little rock side to side. And finding that stillness. And gently peeling the body all the way up to seated. Keeping those eyes closed, bringing yourself to a comfortable seated position. Closing down the eyes if they're not already, and placing one hand on top of the other over the heart center, feeling into your power, your grace, your strength. And hopefully that inner knowing that you were honest with what your body needed today. We'll seal our practice with a big releasing breath, taking an inhale and let it go. Thank you all so much Thank you for being here. I'm not going to apologize because if I keep apologizing for technical difficulties, I'll only make myself feel worse. It is what it is. I really hope that you were still able to enjoy that practice. And I'm just really, really honored that you joined me, that even when we cut out, that you came back to it. It just means the absolute world to me. So thank you. Thank you is what I want to say. And like I said at the start, this is or was our Yoganuary warm-up. Hopefully you are all very excited for Yoganuary. It is on the Soul Sanctuary membership. So it's 31 days of yoga. You have to be a member in order to have 31 days of yoga, but you only need to be an active member for January to get all of those flows. So it's $14.99 for the month, or if you sign up for a year, it's £11.66. And we've got some incredible giveaways this year as well. And I know I mentioned this at the start, but something that's really important for me as we've been sort of growing and progressing through doing Yoganuaries is, you know, offering these really excited giveaways as a bonus. Ultimately, the real magic happens with you and your accountability and getting onto your mat every day and thriving in the community. The giveaways are just something a little extra, but I felt like it was too much pressure. It was too much to be asking of people to be sharing, you know, things from their practice online just to enter a giveaway. It took away from what we're really here to do, because what we're really here to do is to be on our mats and be at one with ourselves, and if anything, to detach from social media. So all of the giveaways, of which there are some incredible prizes, we actually shared them on the Soul Sanctuary Instagram today, you will be entered for those just by having an active membership. That is it. You don't need to do anything. Anyone that is an active member for the month of January, start to finish, you will be entered. And we will just assume that you did at least one of the Yoganuary practices. It was just really, really important for me that we made it so that it wasn't an extra thing you had to think about. I want you to be on your mat and be there for you and be there, you know, for your soul and for your growth, both physical, mental, spiritually, without feeling that extra pressure. So yeah, just wanted to explain that. I'm gonna look down at the screen now. I'm so glad. Oh, I'm glad that you loved the Half Moon Warrior 3. Yeah, that was a fun one. That was really fun. Oh, I'm really, really happy that you all came and that you enjoyed it. Oh my gosh, of course, it's Christmas. Zoe just reminded me. She's like, I'm wishing you a Merry Christmas. And it's just reminded me that I need to wish you all a Merry Christmas as well. I think for me, this is always such a busy time of the year. So I am switching off from tomorrow for a few days, and then I will be back to chat about the theme for Yoganuary, what you've got to look forward to, and all of that. And obviously we'll be on our mats together on January 1st. So I'm sending you so much love, and I look forward to practicing with you on January 1st. It's going to be really, really magical, and I cannot wait. So thank you. Mwah! That was like an extra big one. That was 2 hands. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye-bye.